Russian President Vladimir Putin signaled a potential breakthrough in Ukraine, suggesting Moscow could release frozen US assets to rebuild war-torn regions, but only after a formal peace deal is signed, turning Western sanctions into a strategic bargaining chip.
Добрый вечер.
I believe we could send $1 billion to the Peace Council from Russian assets frozen under the previous US administration. Incidentally, the remaining funds from our frozen assets in the US could also be used to rebuild territories damaged by the fighting following the conclusion of the peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine.
Putin confirmed high-level talks are scheduled in Moscow with US Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Trump-linked advisor Jared Kushner, framing the visit as a critical step toward ending Europe's deadliest conflict since World War II.
Добрый вечер.
US representatives Stephen Witkoff and Jared Kushner, who are also coming to Moscow tomorrow to continue the dialogue on the Ukrainian settlement. That is all on this matter.
The announcement raises stakes for Kyiv and Western allies, who insist any settlement must uphold Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. By publicly tying frozen assets to peace, Putin is sending a provocative message to Washington and Europe. Russia can dictate terms at the negotiating table while maintaining leverage over its own economic restrictions. Meanwhile, Europe is pulling back from Trump's Board of Peace, the post-conflict governance initiative linked to Gaza and wider global conflicts. Traditional US allies are hesitating or outright declining invitations, citing concerns over Russia's potential role and the board's billion-dollar entry requirements. As Trump pushes ahead with new partners from Belarus, Hungary, Kazakhstan, and the Middle East, Moscow watches as Washington's peace plan faces a transatlantic rift, adding a sharp geopolitical layer to the Ukraine negotiations.